Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lydia and I love to travel. I am Dutch, I am from the Netherlands and I live in Brazil. It would be great if you would subscribe to my channel if you like my content. Right now I'm in Morretes. It is a little village very close to Curitiba and it is very quiet here. I really love that. And while I am here, I thought I would make a video about the things that I don't like about Brazil. Yes, there are things I don't like about Brazil. There are many that I like, of course. So watch out for the next video about that. But let's dive into it. Number 1, the feeling of not being safe. So in Brazil, there are many places that you are able to feel very unsafe. So in a lot of cities, they have favelas. They have one in my city as well, in Curitiba. And luckily, it is not as unsafe as the ones in Rio de Janeiro or in Sao Paulo. But the feeling of being unsafe and always have to paying attention while you are walking in the streets is a feeling that I never had when I was in Europe. So be aware of that. Make sure that you are safe in every place that you go to, that you are aware that phones can be stolen, you can get your backpacks or your bags stolen. So always be prepared. The second thing that I don't like about Brazil is the bureaucracy. And yes, it can be crazy. Applying for different papers, applying for different documents, it can be a hassle. So, when I was applying for my second visa, the student visa, I had to go and get a paper from the jurisdiction of justice and justiça. And while I was there, I was asking them for a piece of paper which said that I wasn't a criminal. So I thought that was it. So when I came back to my visa application, they told me, no, you have to have another one. So I went back, they gave me another one, but apparently I was in need for a third one. And only after the third one, I was able to go to a different website and get a piece of paper that said that I had all 3 documents. So, yes, that happens a lot. It is very complicated. And especially as an estrangeiro, there are certain things you still cannot do even if you have your RNE card. And it is like a sort of identity card. Number 3, it is poverty. So something I really dislike about Brazil is that there are so many poor people living in the streets and the government doesn't have a lot of ways to take care of them. There are some programs, usually they are in the favelas, but when you are walking down the street, it is very normal to see families, people just lying on the street and begging for money. And here we are at number 5, and it is about shallowness and deeper friendships. So something that is very interesting is that it is very easy to get a connection with a Brazilian, but to go a little bit deeper is quite a lot harder. I think one of the reasons is because family here is so much more important than friendships. So I think that's one of the reasons why it can be quite hard to get into a deeper friendship with a Brazilian. And of course there are exceptions, which I'm very thankful about. And there is number 6, and number 6 is the lack of commitment. Yes, you heard it right. It can be quite difficult to get an appointment with a Brazilian. First of all, in the Brazilian culture, time is very different. So it can be quite normal to wait for somebody for half an hour or an hour. That is totally normal. And in terms of work, it is a little bit different. So usually people are on time when they're working. But it really depends on where you work and like the city, or it depends on what kind of work. So it can be like that you made an appointment and they're turning up a day later, which is quite normal. So it can be quite hard to start something here if you are dependent on the people that are coming over to help you. And number 7 already. So number 7 is something that was very surprising for me because Brazil is portrayed as a country that everything is cheap. But there's a big but. Yes, there is. And that is called taxes. So a lot of things that are important into Brazil, they have very high taxes. So for instance, clothing and decorations are quite expensive, which was quite a surprise for me. Number 8. Brazilians are very loud, which in most cases is a lot of fun. They love to dance, they love to sing, they love to make music. So in that case, it is all fun. But if you want to have some tranquility, be aware. So I went to a friend's place, and across from the street there was a party going on. Well, at least we thought it was a party, but actually it was just two guys that were blasting out music very loudly. So yes, that happens a lot. And here I have a bonus one for you, and it is number 9. Number 9 is it can be quite hard for people that are disabled here in Brazil. A lot of streets are not very flat, they are not taken care of very well, and a lot of buildings, they don't have elevators or they don't have a ramp. So it will be quite hard for disabled people to live here, the Brazilians themselves, but also visitors. And this is already the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and of course, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. It would help me out a lot because the algorithm of YouTube, I don't know, I don't get it. So I hope that you had a great time, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, ciao ciao!